Welcome back. I think one of the players said 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and start it rather than switching to another screen since they're already here. But we're just waiting on one of the players. But yeah, thank you for reminding me, Nico. Grand Finals is best of 7 with a game advantage coming from the team that has not yet lost a series. So the team that won the winner's side of the bracket, they get a game advantage. They need to win 3 games. The other team, PNDH, they need to win 4. All right, we're ready to go. Let's tell these guys to get started. Renshiro says, missed some chances. Yeah. I feel like in order to be the greatest team of all time, you have to have those moments where you disappoint yourself. And Val, never again. But you know, you're gonna have situations where you play poorly, but it's all. Oh, hold on. What was that? Someone was stranded out on the rim. Was that Panda? So he taps us here, and he's so stuck. I wonder if he like double jumps if he could get that. Anyway, yeah, like Ian and Panda are at a level right now where they're so good that even when they play at their worst, they still win tournaments. It was a rare situation where they need, I feel like in order for Panda and Ian to lose, they both simultaneously need to be playing at their worst and another team playing at their best. So you have to be at that level to beat them. But I don't know. You put in enough hours, I think it's possible. I don't think that Panda and Ian have any, like, they're not, it's not just that they're, you know, gifted, but I think anyone could be at their level with the dedication. They've just done it more than anyone else. Can Nico get there? He lobs it up. That's really close. And Panda's going to send it to the ceiling. About all he can do in that situation. The defense knows it. They'll have the block. The double touch here. Not going to be lined up. Nico wants to set Panda up. Here it is. Oh, it's past him. That's a tragic pass. And now Nico is passed. He's gone. He'll respawn. It's a tactical respawn, I guess, when you think about it. He was too far forward, and the blue team set him straight. Danny backwards with it. Oh, it's just in. That's devastating. A really powerful 50-50 here, and it's like just perfectly lobbed up. Like Panda's supersonic. He even gets a bump on the siege, but it doesn't matter. Kitten says, I don't think anyone can be at that level. Renshiro says, I missed 25% of shots, I feel like. Yeah, that's devastating. Next week is 1, so 2v2 we regain for next. Yes, got plenty of time. Got a whole 2 weeks to practice for it. Supposedly there's some Rumble tournament. They didn't tell me what the stakes were, but apparently Ian, Panda, and Taibu are going to be in the Rumble tournament, so we won't see them next week for the ones. That's a devastating shot, but Siege bails it out. Nico dropped it right on his head. Panda's going to aim for the front. Saved away again. That's 2 for 2 there for Siege, I think. Couldn't really tell who got that second save. Nico. Oh, I thought Danny was going to have a redirect. But Siege instead. It's a good thing Danny didn't touch it because Siege had the distance. Just one touch there. Dang. It's a really good one, though. He caught the orange team rotating forward. There was no way they're making it back in time. Okay, Renshiro says they're playing the EU Rumble tourney. It's from Friday to Sunday. It's so big. Oh, my gosh. What stakes are you playing for? Is it, Steam keys? I don't... What does the winner get? I gotta know. The demo here. Panda pushing forward, gonna get blocked. It's Siege here on the sidewall. Gets blocked as well. Panda just 50s everywhere. No one can catch a break. Nico and Panda both pause for effect there, trying to figure out who's supposed to take that. Jeez, another demo. There's fireworks everywhere. Blue team is nowhere on the map for just a second or so. And that's going to be enough to score. Panda dribbling past both defenders, shell-shocked. Wow, that touch almost doesn't make sense. He hit that with the front of his car to the backboard. lifting it extra, extra high. It's just out. It's a $2,000 Psyonix tourney? Is that what I'm reading? Or is it 200? Oh, it's in. $200,000? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. No wonder. Yeah, you guys gotta go play that. Forget our $100 tournament across every region. So is there gonna be one winner, like one team wins it, or is it gonna be like a European winner, a North American winner, a South American winner, so on? Like, do all the winners from each region like play a LAN for the 200,000? I feel like for $200,000, hold on, I can't mitigate. We just saw a reset from all the way across the court. Sorry about that. But that's gonna tie things up. A sick shot from Panda. All regions have their own tourney. Top 64 gets money in EU and NA. Holy smokes. That is a massive, massive tournament I had no idea about. Tricky shot there for Panda to dig out. Nico's right behind it, but not going to be in time with the amount of boost he had left. That's just in. Siege and Danny right now are doing great work. Sure, Panda and Nico have the game advantage, but Siege and Danny have been up a goal like the entire game. Week after that is 2v2 200k tourney, and then a 100k 1v1 tourney. So they started off with Rumble. That's fascinating. When is Psyonix sponsoring a hoops tournament? Well, we're kind of like the, I don't know, we're the kid that Psyonix doesn't like to talk about, I guess. Siege all the way across. Nico goes up for it, but doesn't have the read. Panda has to wait for it to bounce, but it's good. Oh, it's saved away at the last second there. That would have been the tying goal. Panda will refill here, turns it right around. Look at, he kept it low. Keep it away from Danny. He continues to push here, but he's run out of juice. Back to Danny. They can get a goal here, that'd be so huge, but unlikely with the amount of height he had. They're doing good keeping possession. They got 20 seconds here. It bounces in a horrible way. Siege has to retreat, but he's got another touch here, stalling for a few seconds at a time. Nico catches it, dribbling, gets it around, trying to set the pass up to Panda, but Panda goes early. Gives it to Siege. Nico pushes through. Easy enough here for Danny to get rid of, and he wants to just sit on top of it. Force the 50. Danny and Siege take game number 1. Here we go. We're all tied up in the series after that. Hoops is the middle child. Savage. Gamers 8 is at the same time with Rumble. That's why it starts with Rumble. Yeah, so like, what are you supposed to do? You know, if they got tournaments 3 weekends in a row, we're not going to just stop Hoops. If they had a Hoops tournament, obviously we would not hold a tournament the same week. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Dropshot gets booted out of the playlist every other season. Yes, that's also tragic. I genuinely think if the design for Dropshot was a little bit smaller and it was 2v2, like they'd probably doing as well as us. I don't think there's people less interested in Dropshot than Hoops, but because it's 3v3, the queues are like 50% longer. And it's like a compounding effect. It's like, I'm down for something, you know, an alternate game mode, like Hoops or Dropshot, but, you know, if I queue Hoops, it's going to take a minute. If I queue Dropshot, it's going to take 2 minutes or whatever. So I'll just queue Hoops, and then you find Hoops games, and never find any Dropshot games. Oh, that rim bonk. He salvaged it. The Panda has switched color schemes here. Not the car, but he's now a watermelon. Siege kicks that free, tries to get that touch. Instead, it's Danny. Oh, slams it off the rim. Panda will use that opportunity to get huge distance. He is beat to the ball here and gets max punish torque. Honking off the rim. Here's Siege looking for 2. Doesn't have it. No touch for Panda either. Nico gets a solid 50. He's going to try to touch it. Back out mid is a great pass. Danny tries to pass. A little bit too spicy on that. The demo comes out, though. Ooh, Nico spawns just in time to take that one away. Watch the demo the other direction. No, Siege decided not to take it. That might be brilliant. The one thing I hate about demos is the recoil you get. It's worse than the ball recoil. But that recoil is something that doesn't happen in LAN. It's so weird to me. That it's like entirely server-side client communication that causes this recoil. Such a weird phenomenon. Here's Panda. Blocked away. Back to Nico, also blocked in a similar line. Siege wave dashes to get a lift here. Is it a pass? Danny doesn't get the touch, but it is not needed. I think just him being overhead means the defense is going to really struggle to salvage this. Panda going early. Can Nico even get here? I think Nico was kind of slow. Like, he might have been able to flip earlier to get supersonic and get there just in time. Did Panda beat Nico last time? Almost certainly. Yeah, Panda usually teams with Ian. Since there's no Ian this week, he teamed with his biggest rival. It's working out for him, although they lost the last game. And they're losing this one too. Maybe I spoke too soon. Panda might still have to play on Sunday, but getting to Sunday is very, very hard. Yeah, that's true. So they're telling me in advance, like, if I'm playing on Sunday, I'm not joining the Hoops tournament. And that is totally... That's the way I would prefer it. You got that kind of money on the line. That honestly is better for us, right? Like, if say Panda, Ian, and Taibu like win the Rumble tournament or something, like, that is going to be indirectly really, really good for Hoops. Or at least for ranked Hoops, where our best players are also being featured in other modes. Drop shot is my threes group warm-up mode. I like that. I think drop shot, like, the thing it really teaches, like, you have to absolutely have down in drop shot is rotation. Is only sending one person at the ball each time and having someone ready to go is so fundamental in any game mode, but it's like extra important in drop shot. Oh, a great start here from Panda. He's got the reset. Danny takes it away. We're still at 0 goals here for Pandico. So far, the defense shutting every opportunity down, trying to keep it that way. Panda goes for a high touch over the net. Gives it to Nico in the process, and the pass is returned. Back to Panda again. Just a lob touch. Mincing my words now. Panda will bounce it backwards. Really sick pinch there. Doubles, triples it back to Nico. Oh, and it's good. What? I can't even come to grips with. There's no way he intended that, right? No way he meant to pass there. I don't believe it. Surely, I mean, what we can agree on is that he beat the defender to the ball, but sometimes your sloppiness pays off. It's just in. Poor Siege. Trying to read that one. Well, with the tip-off goal, suddenly Pandico in the lead. I don't think Siege knew Panda was going for it. Maybe he was trying to block Nico. Taking out NA matchups. Double tap there for Danny. He lobs it up. Here's Panda. Just getting some distance, trying to pass to Nico. And Nico missed the boost. I think he drove past it as it respawned. So Panda will get it instead. Here comes the push. Oh, it's off the net. That's great distance here. Panda doesn't get demoed. I thought for sure. Like, I bet on Siege's screen, his car was inside Panda's. To the ceiling. Panda and Nico double up on it, but Panda does get some tremendous distance. Pass it to Nico. Oh, man. Nico wasn't trying to get the ball there. He's trying to position on the other side of the map. That's a great line. I don't know how, like, the way Panda hit that ball to save it was like the perfect amount of speed to get Nico into position for that dunk. 3-1. Things were looking so good for Danny and Siege. The second half rolls around, and now it's just the Nico and Panda show. Poor Siege respawns, getting kicked into the air, but it's like the perfect line to save it. No block there for Nico. Siege will push to the corner. Panda gets a couple of touches, but Danny still hasn't blocked. Good coverage there. Danny powers through. He's got it up here on the ceiling. Tries to go for the 50, but those backboard 50s almost always shut the attack down. And that should do it for game number 3. Panda, one more for the road. Drops it straight down. Oh, man. Yeah, Danny is just definitely playing really good. But it's always the Panda factor. Yes, the pandemonium. Pandemanium? Ooh, that you gotta worry about. Here's Danny. Oh, that's a devastating shot. He should have saved that for next game. Wow, he got it right past him. So with 4 seconds left on the clock, they score. That's gotta feel good though, at least. Small moral victory. Really sick shot at the end. Danny spamming GG right as the screen fades out so you can't see it. He thinks he can get away with it. Not on my watch. Danny looks like Ian Jr. sometimes. Whoa. I said that Danny is a lot like Nico, where he can fill any role. His GG was team chat? Wait, really? Nico's listening in. We got a spy in our midst. Siege to Nico. Launches it across. Panda's just hanging out on the ground. Continues to change his car, his decal. Always in flux, but never the car. He's gonna be Finnick to the end of his days. Nico will get blocked by Danny. Panda will steer around. Can't get past Siege though. Siege had to turn and bank really hard in the air, but it paid off. Here's Nico with the pot shot. Danny is Siege is backwards. Fortunately, the shot is up and over, so he can take this one. Nico with a clean tap, sending that across. Danny will pinch it against the net, but it only sets Panda up here as he goes and dribbles higher and higher and kicks it out. Ooh, Nico gets kicked out of the way. Continues to get bumped by Siege, who has no boost. To Danny. Oh, Panda can't get there in time. Danny saw the moment to strike here. The Siege and Nico struggling in the corner. Danny just waits on the sidewall until it's the moment. It's just out of Panda's reach. Once again, Danny and Siege with that 1-0 lead. We go to the friendship tip-off. This can definitely decide a lot of things. Nico's and Panda's looks a lot smoother. They go straight after it, rather than Danny kind of going sideways with it. Ooh, Nico nearly got bumped there. Both players having 0 boost. Trying to use that momentum for all it's worth. Nico redirects sideways to side off the net. Oh, Danny, I wasn't sure if he was going to hit that or not. I don't know if a hit would be good there either. It would hit the rim, I feel like, no matter what. But he's going to have it off the ceiling. One more touch. It's taken away by Panda. Nico from the sidewall will drop it straight down. It goes off the front of the rim. Back to Panda. Double taps it into the ceiling. It's in the corner. Siege beating both players here. Panda takes it to the opposite corner. Who got the boost? I guess Panda did. Oh, it's in. Despite having full tanks, Siege just goes right through him. Wow, avoids the bump from Nico, and I don't think Panda was expecting to have to play defense so soon there. The fact that Nico went for the bump rather than the ball, Panda's assuming it's going to be a 50 instead. And so he's not ready to turn back towards the net. It's just, I mean, it's a fraction of a second, but that is everything there. Siege is not dead. Panda was trying to use just enough gas to get the demo and then slam on the brakes. And instead, it just nudged Siege. Now Nico's with the ball. Saved away. Scooped out right at the net level. It's back to Nico. Oh, he goes up and down. He's missed it. And now he has to retreat in shame. But Panda is excellently set up here. He gets past 2 players, but the 3rd player, the rim, bonks it right upward. Danny gets absolutely dunked by Panda. Nico almost lost his life, but it's a dribble going back the other direction, a reset. Oh, the touch there actually landed. Nico sent it sideways. That sets Panda up nicely. The last thing that defender will do will save the ball before respawning. Siege to the corner. Does he read it? He's going up the wall and then free flips into it. That's good. That's a 3-0 lead here for Danny and Siege. It feels like that is an insurmountable goal lead. There is just, there's no way Panda and Nico are coming back from that. But I don't know. I'm not so certain. We've yet to see the Panda effect just yet. Is it going to be the Panda effect or the Pan defect, huh? I don't know. Nico stretching for this. He's going to land on this. Gets the block, though. Panda's going to go straight up after it just for another 50. Good defense right now from Danny and Siege. Siege lifts it up, takes the shot. It's double saved. Nico tries to line the pass up. Siege is there a whole minute earlier. Nico gets a block. Back to Danny here. Waiting for his moment. That's a long send. Back to Siege. Nico goes right over Panda, but has to contend with 2 defenders. Still, Nico wins that 50-50 and attempts to set Panda up, but it's another 50. Nico's on nothing. He's threatening like he's got loads of boost. Siege bonks into Danny. That was almost the end. They managed to hold on. We're going to need to see some better offense opportunities right now from the Pandico team. They keep going up and over the net, giving the defense plenty of time to reposition. It's kind of like that. Here's Panda again, right into the rim. Defense maybe in panic mode, especially when they're so low on boost. Finally, Siege breaks free and refills. Panda going the long distance again. Danny with so much confidence blocks him at the ceiling. Oh, Nico doesn't read that. Who could? That's a horrible bounce. It's back to Danny. 50ing it off of the net, but this is great for Panda. He wants to go for this dribble. Nico's trying to take Siege out, but Siege still gets the block. That's Danny and Siege taking this game handily. What? I don't know what that is. Danny and Siege tying the series up again. Now effectively a best of 3. Hops is awful. What do you mean, Koi? Koi, frequently in our tournaments. I think he's trying to make sure the competition never comes back. I don't know. DBO, how'd you hear about Ranked Hoops? Happy to have you here. We are in the grand finals here. A best of 7. Nico and Panda may have met their match. They got to the grand finals with not a lot of struggle, but now against the Danny and Siege team, they are really struggling. It's just a 3-0 victory lap. They did not get a single goal. Nothing they did found its way into the net. Oh. That's a scary redirect, though. Oh, chain wave dashes to get the block. Not all you can do on 0 boost, but you can see how important that is as Nico is going on the dribble, landing the 50, sending it sideways, but that's maybe something here for Panda. The defender so high up, expecting 50 like that to go all the way to the ceiling. The redirect here, just a bit too high. Panda can take care of that, no problem. He's now in a red card. Go! That's so close. An excellent reset, but it will get blocked away. And it turned into a 50, but I do give that 50-50 odds on actually scoring. Nico gets another demo. Wow. A response immediately. Danny takes out Panda. And the reset here for Danny almost goes through. Panda at the respawning has to take that. They'll get it up twice. So Nico's got the full tank, but Panda left with nothing. Just collecting some 12ers. He goes up after this to save it. Doesn't have that 12 or the The boost situation really, really mattered here. If Panda had 30 boosts instead of 23, he's got that block. But the super thin line there for Siege to find its way into the net is so big. Once again, Danny and Siege leading by just 1 goal going into the second half. Well, I guess just the first 90 seconds, and it's shut down immediately. Forget I said anything. So yeah, DBO, you remind me to say that we do our tournaments every Sunday at 7 p.m. So glad you guys could tune in. We got a 1v1 tournament next Sunday. They start at 7, and the stream usually starts like 5-10 minutes or so after that, just to make sure the lobby is up and running. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to play, by all means, you'll have to just join the Discord. There's lots of bumps going on. You have to join the Discord to get that link to the tournament page. Oh, it's Ian. Nico gonna get blocked here. He had the start of a dribble, but if he could keep that one lobbed up or lifted up, I don't think Danny could reach him. Team Titty says, guy from Counter-Strike. Did someone from Counter-Strike mention us? I don't know. That would be quite the crossover. Danny gonna get blocked by Nico, burning the last bits of his boost to get there, but Siege is happy to take it from there. And that's Danny again. Not off the ceiling, so Panda needs to read this. He's got it though. Panda and Nico are really hurting for boost. Panda's up again just after picking up a couple 12ers. The shot is to the front of the net. Nico can get this, but how long can they keep this up with no boost? They managed to push forward, and both Panda and Nico got a juicy chunk of boost now. It's enough to make an offense. Panda blocking Danny there. That's a double commit on defense, although it's not an easy bounce for Panda to convert. You can see he's trying to recover on that sidewall. If he did, he'd be in a pretty good spot. The defense would recover in time, but you know, they wouldn't have a good chance to throw in a 50-50 in Panda's way early on. Danny letting Siege take that one. Needs to watch the bump. Oh, that's a devastating touch. Nice save from Siege. Just barely getting back in time. If he had an ounce less of boost, that wouldn't happen. Siege. Around Panda, around Nico. Goes for the pinch here. Nico is back in time, setting Panda up for the long distance clear. It's on target as well. It's scary as it goes off the rim. You see Siege kind of just panic jumping, expecting it to skim, or at least throwing the hitbox in the way just in case. It's hard off the sidewall. Nico gets a demo, taking out one of the defenders. Getting ready for round 2. Somehow that's blocked away so Siege can progress forward right after respawning. Nico back to Siege. Doesn't have it. It's Danny off the 45. Panda should have that no problem. We might head into overtime if this keeps up. We haven't had a goal in like 3 minutes. Siege to the ceiling. To Panda. Back to Nico. Trying to drop that one low. Is anyone left? They got past the entire defense. I guess that's a big double commit at the beginning. So Danny goes up after that to block Nico, but he's just a bit too late because of that double commit. Tiny Koi says, Panda doesn't look like the same player without Ian on his team. It's the next sentence where I'm scratching my head there. Team says this is the closest finals I've ever seen here. That may be. We'll see if it stays that way. We got 30 seconds left in this game as Siege gets demoed on the way forward. Nobody gets that boost somehow. Nico will double back for it. Look at the chain wave dashes by Panda. It's still not enough to escape. 2 players demoed nearly simultaneously. As Nico takes the shot, Siege will respawn and take it. Everyone can take a breath now, a refill on boost. So you got 10 seconds left here for Denige to make this game back. Siege passing it back to Nico. Here is the shot from Danny. Panda should be able to have that no problem. Goes a whole distance with that. Is he going to keep it up? Nope. Drops it down. Panda and Nico are on match point. One more game needed. They will be the tournament champions. Ian says my aura is unmatched. What can I say? Taibu points out, Panda did not say GG there. It's a ranked hoop scandal. Here we go. Denige on their last life need to win the next 2 games. We go to a friendship tip-off. Nico a little bit low there, but still enough to get Panda the ball. He's going to refill on the boost. We'll see if that has any lasting effects. The defense, though, going to hold on for now. Siege blocked by Panda. It's going to go over Nico's head, so he has to full retreat here. Letting it bounce off of the net. Trying to set Panda up, but only setting up the opposition instead. One touch for Panda, sends it back mid. Siege lobs it past one. He's almost gets Panda on the way down. I can't tell if that shot was on target. But if he bumped Panda out of the way, maybe there would be a finisher if it was bouncing off of the rim or something. Panda loads of space here with that. Just takes the shot. No dribble or nothing. It's Danny to Nico. Back to Siege. The shot really low. The rim! The rim is everything. Once again, we saw this earlier where these shots right above the rim are devastating for the defense, and this is exactly why. There is no route here for Panda to stay on the back wall to hit that. He has to stay on the ground and then double jump underneath it, which is not a comfortable save. You have to really know where the ball is going to bounce off of the back wall. The rim is just the perfect barrier there. Oh, man. They make it back immediately. Deja vu from last game. He didn't even hit it at the ceiling. I thought that would be like an easy ceiling play, but Nico may have taken the riskier line to redirect it straight in. I didn't see the other player jump, though. I don't know where they went, but I thought they just retreated. It's back to Danny. He's blocked here. Siege with a huge send there, but his teammate is dead, so Siege has got to do it himself. Nico with the low shot. It's actually in. No way. I don't think with how fast that shot is, if it's any higher or any lower, it's out, right? Like a pixel lower and that bounces, a pixel higher and it hits the front of the rim and goes up. Doesn't make any sense. That's got to be like one of the lowest percent kinds of shots there without doubling up on it. Nico just perfectly found it. These players can be unbelievably precise, and then they also can do that. I don't know that that was really wrong, though. Nico really wanted that demo. Takes it again! Tries his luck a second time. Jeez. Is he up to 3, 4 demos now? And the referee hasn't said anything? What do we pay these guys for? Siege. Oh, gosh. Oh, he gets killed for it. I think we all agree that's the right amount of punishment for the perfect sentence for messing up that bad. It's going to be back to Panda. Nico bounces it off the front of the net. Back to Panda again. Wait, Nico wants it. Oh, no. Panda will take it in the end anyway. Doubles up on it. Gets the shot, but it's saved away. Siege just lingering in the air for the hitbox. He's in the perfect spot to save it. That's a scary save, though. Right as Panda is descending onto the ball. Siege gets it again. These are some tricky saves that he's pulling off, reading them well in advance. Nonetheless, barely digging that out at each time. We're at the halfway mark. Panda and Nico still with the 1-goal lead as Panda sends it over to the side. Did he get the reset? I can't tell. It looked like he wave dashed there at the end. Easily saved away a demo. Excellent camera work there by the automated cameraman. Back over to Nico. Gets the block, but he is way too far forward. But you know what that means. He's looking for a bump. He finds Siege. Can Panda finish this? How did I know if Nico goes forward past the ball, there are going to be bumps next? It's an inevitability. That's a great touch here from Nico. 2 minutes to go. Panda's in the air. Redirecting that back for a pass. It's down to Danny. Back to Siege. Trying to find the line. A great send, though, here from Nico. Back to Panda. Danny's on very low boost, and he's going to need to save it. Somehow he gets that. He's going to get it again. No. He was so close to being an absolute hero. Oh, my gosh. He had 12 here. Is it possible? I think it is, right? He just needs to turn a little bit more. I think the net and the rim there obscuring played more of a role than we might expect. It's something that screws me up to no end. When a shot comes through and like you only partially see it because the net and the rim are like kind of obscuring it. It just, I never find the perfect line to save that. If you could see perfectly through it, I feel like I'd have it every time. 90 seconds to go. Panda and Nico, the 2-goal lead. They just need to keep that lead, but they're going to expand it instead. Panda with the pass sideways to Nico here. Look at that setup. Oh my gosh. I'm speechless because I never see Panda make passes like that. That's a dedicated, like, I'm going to send this ball to you, straight to you, sideways. I just never see that out of Panda. It worked out so good. The line for that pass was flawless. I feel like anyone could score off of that. Siege, high up, no defense necessary, no defense here at all, and finally they get there, just in the brink of time. Doesn't even make sense. Nico to Panda, sideways, doesn't have the touch. Instead, you see the desperation in blue team. They're going faster and faster, trying to make goals up. With just a minute left, and the dunks here from Panda. It might just be impossible. Cameraman rapidly switching between cars shows you how close so many cars were to having an effect on that, but it was just Panda instead. Oh, Siege backflips. Jeez. Nico, I think that's his second tip-off goal this game. I don't know what Panda's doing here, setting him up perfectly. That is anything but easy, though, to make that shot work. That was like a 2-second goal. Ian calling it early. He says GG's. Oh, ceiling play now. Panda will send it to Nico. Panda's passes right now looking so spicy. I don't know if you count those as passes off the tip-off. Danny up on the ceiling. Really trying anything at this point. Throwing it all at the wall and seeing what sticks. I guess throwing it at the ceiling in this case, but that's going to be the Brazil. Thank you, Curse Words and Big Owl. We got the emote. Perfect just for this situation. 7-1. I need to learn some Portuguese for moments like this. That'd be so funny to have like just a bunch of Portuguese lines recorded for that very moment. There we go. Danny and Siege get their second goal. This is how hard they had to work for it. It's up at the ceiling. You flip into it. Look at that. Nico barely dodged around it. Dodged in maybe the worst way possible to not hit it. But is it all the setup? Yeah, Mythic says 8 to BU radar active. He's on high alert. In the last 15 seconds, can Panda and Nico pull off the perfect finish? They're trying here. Well, maybe some more than others. Panda goes straight up after. He's uninterested. He just says GG's. I'm sorry, Mythic. This is not the week. Unless? No. I just have this picture in my head of a radar like beeping across, and then when you said the radar intensified, it's like shaking and beeping louder and spinning around faster. Yeah, Mythic. Ian would have made it happen. Panda's usually playing with Ian, but Panda is not Ian. That's true. All right, let's see if we can get an interview in with these hooligans. I think I'm in the right channel for that. Ian says good series. Yeah, overall, definitely a really, really good series. Ended with a sputter. Ended with a lot of explosions, but devastating finale there, no doubt about it. What are those emotes? Panda face. Oh, I don't know why it took me so long to realize Panda face for Panda. Are they waiting for me to drag him in or something? Maybe. No. They also might just not want to do an interview. I understand. I'm cringe at most moments. But who am I going to ask where we're going to raid? I'm completely lost in the dark without a couple of players to interview. Nico's in this lobby still. I guess I can ask him. Interview? Maybe he's waiting for me. I'll do the interview on he left as soon as I typed that. Draylord says I'll do the interview on their behalf. That would be really funny. Like somebody just like who is not on the winning team. Is that what it feels like to be a coach? You like walk in and you're like, yeah, our team played really good, even though you like didn't do anything. You're like acting like you're the greatest with your direction. Nico and Panda are here. Thank you for taking me out of that cringe conversation. Yo, GG's.
GG's.
So I gotta ask about the blunder of not making it an even 8-2 score at the very end. Mythic would be remiss if I didn't ask.
Yeah, I tried keeping it up.
Yeah.
But everyone in the lobby just didn't notice or didn't care.
Everyone gave up. It feels like a very distant cousin to Rule 1 is keeping the ball, which is Rule 0, but there's also like the winning team has to play extra hard to make it to the funny numbers. Have you ever seen like a 6-9 like intentionally made because all the players wanted to make it? That's the only one I haven't seen.
When I used to do 1v1 tourneys on or 1v1s on stream, I would go for like double Brazil if it was on the table, so 14-2.
14-2.
Got that a few times. Always a good trophy to have.
Good lord. You're the reason why in the 1v1 tournaments that are like in the game, like the tournament organizers limit it to 5 goals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because your 5-minute game became 15 minutes with that. Drainlord says he would have been sufficiently qualified to answer all the questions thus far. That's fair. I'm not a very good interviewer, I guess. I guess I need to know your input then. Is it like, you know what I mean, when the coaches get interviewed and they're like talking about their team, about how great their team is, and it's just like, well, why don't you play then? You know?
What do you mean?
It's like, you know, sometimes the players get interviewed by like reporters and they hate it. Especially like in NBA, like the players like hate getting interviewed because it's like stupid questions like, how are you feeling in the last quarter when you were down 10 goals? They're like, I'm just here to play, man. So, but like the coach is up there, he's like, yeah, we tried really hard to do this, and he's like, he makes it sound like he had a huge impact, and maybe he did, but it's like the players that are 99% of it, right? So Drainlord's coming in to do an interview on your behalf would have felt like a coach doing it, I feel like.
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Danny redeemed the challenge to a 1v1. Says, let's get it. I feel like I should send the raid over before we lose all of our viewers. Sorry, Danny. No one wants to see me 1v1, unfortunately. Well, a handful of people probably do, but it's better to send it over to a spicy raid. Panda, are you going to be streaming tonight then?
No, not tonight.
All right, no worries. Well, we do got to find a raid target. Tri-House is on? Dude, I would love to get Tri-House in. I've heard that the offer's on the table that Tri-House wants to do a 1v1 tournament co-cast. So maybe if we butter him up a little bit for if we butter him up a little bit with a raid.
I don't think he needs any convincing though, like.
True, but
honestly,
but I don't know. It's not going to stop me from trying. Thank you, Mythic, for refunding it. Do it faster. Oh my gosh, Danny's furious. He lost that last series and now he's back for blood. So would you say that was like, was that series a nail biter, a knuckle clencher, or did you guys have it in the bag after it like clicked? Because they won a bunch of games early on, but then I don't know. Did you guys have to change anything to turn it around?
No,
or was it...
I mean, I would say we played the same way every time. The way they were winning was like they were executing near perfectly from defense to offense. Like we had like double, triple their shots. Like we were putting the pressure on. They were just doing really well to escape and get really good shots on, and they were winning close games. We didn't really change anything. We knew probably that just got to keep doing what we were doing.
Yeah,
and it would work eventually. But yeah, they were playing really well. Like I don't know if you noticed that, but
was it different from your winter semifinals match?
I would say
they leveled up in the meantime. They got just the right amount of XP. You know, you get full health when you level up, so that might have had a factor.